Welcome back to Portal Plates. Today we're headed to the Sinnoh region, home of snowy mountains, haunted ghosts, and some of the coolest and creepiest Pokemon around.
That's cool, creepy, and I have no idea what I'm getting myself into.
Well, perfect. Let's just dive right in and see what type of foods we're trying and what type of things we're going to talk about today. First up, we have a blackberry ice cream float. It's inspired by Froslass, who is a ghost ice Pokemon. She's known for being, one, a beautiful Pokemon, but also creepily luring people around into her lair. She'll freeze them and then kind of keep them for decorations.
Keep them for decorations, all right.
Let's try this.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, that's good. I like blackberry. So
that's blackberry.
Huge fan of that.
I can deal with that.
Right? So, the Sinnoh region, of course, when those games came out, they introduced what's known as the underground. Okay. It was a game mechanism that allowed you to more or less go into an underground tunnel. Okay. Anywhere pretty much in the world. You'd go in there, you could dig up fossils, you could play with friends, create yourself a base, as well as set some fun traps. Now, let's take this to the real world. If you were to build a secret underground tunnel underneath your house, one, what are you stashing there? And what type of traps would you come up with to kind of trick your friends?
Well, since I've actually had the idea of building a secret underground tunnel, and I've always wanted to put some Connex boxes and hide some stuff, micro machines, Legos, the things that every
Legos across the floor.
Legos everywhere. That's the trap. And the cool thing, you have some micro machine traps in it, because micro machines are totally a thing from the 80s that I may have way too many of still.
This sounds like a tale straight out of like a Home Alone series right here. Hot doorknobs.
Well, that's another good thing from my childhood that, was huge. There's definitely no paint can swinging or anything like that, but definitely it'd be a child's room. I can't even lie.
Just bring up the child inside.
It would totally be a big child's playroom.
I think it's kind of like the dream of I want to narrow it down to just IT guys in general, but guys in general, of the whole, like, if I could build a secret lair, this is what it's going to be like, the hypothetical, like, Batman Batcave type thing.
Yeah, I would love to say that there's going to be a whole bunch of really cool stuff in there, but I would definitely set up some sort of computer monitoring system with some security cameras so I could see everything going on. There'd probably be 2 or 3 different... Gotta have my old computer set up there, my first build. You got to put that in there just to show it off.
Just for the heck of it.
Just for the heck of it. And the neon lights, I'm not going to lie. There's going to be all sorts of like neon lights and stuff.
It's going to be a disco party down there.
Just completely useless room is what that's going to be.
You might hide something, but it's probably not going to be worth anything. It's really going to be just for the fun factor of having an underground base.
Nothing anybody really wants. How about you?
I've always dreamed of, like, you hide your secret base behind, like, the bookcase or, like, the underground lair. You see all the time on social media, the fun contraptions of the whole kitchen island moving, and you go downstairs and you got this full basement. That's what I'd be doing. Like, hide the whole basement, entire space down there, set it up. I don't know so much that I'd be displaying my old computers, but I like to take and repurpose a lot of the older computers, turn them into random Linux server boxes, host random things. So definitely would have some of them, but...
honestly, some of my stuff is so old, you can't even use it anymore. So, yeah. All right. Well, I guess with that, next we have a Tanghulu, a shiny candied fruit on a stick. It's inspired by the Spritomb, which has approximately 108 evil spirits, which are trapped inside of a rock. So, with that, sticking with the underground theory and our Tanghulu here, if you could dig up anything beneath your house, what would you hope to find?
Yeah, so it ain't going to be oh, that's stuck.
All right.
First you struggle. It's not going to be any type of, like, real fun technology. You always dream of, like, ancient civilization. I'm going to find that. Now, being from, like, Midwestern state, you might find some cool Native American artifacts. Being along the path of, like, the Lewis and Clark style trail, maybe we'll find some type of, like, old settler, old traveler type
possibly
artifact. Yeah. I think that would be cool. I mean, would I love to find some ancient tech and be like, oh, we found a whole nother civilization? Sure, but the likelihood is not really there.
Seeing as I have dug up half of my yard and turned it over and grown crops and now grown grass on it, it's been flipped so many times, I have found a few interesting looking rocks. But Other than that, it is dirt underneath there for as far as I can see. And, oh, there's some ground squirrels. If you dig up enough, you'll find a nest of ground squirrels.
No badgers?
I found badgers in my yard, too. Chased most of those off, though. But animals, that seems to be the only thing I can find in my yard. And not the ones you want either.
Yeah, none of the fun ones. Some blue snakes.
Blue snakes, I got those.
Yeah. It's actually interesting. Can't say I've ever candied fruit before.
The grapes are really good, and you get that candy, which adds like a really extra sweet to a sweet grape. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Still not bad.
I like the kiwi.
That's what that is.
Right?
I can see it. I was trying to figure out what it was. Kiwi.
It's kiwi. Now, moving on, we got some vichyssoise, which is a cold potato leek soup inspired by Abomasnow.
Okay.
Now, picture a giant yeti covered in pine needles who whips up blizzards simply by walking around. Could I get a spoon as well, please? Could you go get spoons? Thank you.
All right, so yeti that walks around.
Yeti that walks around, whips up some snowstorms. Another piece of technology that came out with the Sinnoh region when those games released was known as the Poke Radar. Now, in the Pokemon games, even from the very beginning, there's been the idea of finding shinies, which are more or less a slightly different colored Pokemon.
Okay.
Definitely rarer as well. There's actually a 1 in 8,192 chance in all the original series.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance. It's very, very much so kind of based on like a lottery style system, right? The actual mechanism of it was it matched the trainer ID as well as their secret ID to a random ID that was assigned to the Pokemon when the Pokemon was generated. And if the right 16 bits of data actually matched, it was a shiny. Now, the Poke Radar goes one step further, and it was the first mechanism to really devise how to hunt for shinies, right?
Okay.
Before, it was all just random chance. If you got lucky, you got lucky. The Poke Radar made it where you could use this item, and you could do what's known as chaining, where you'd see kind of a sparkle bush, you go find it, it'd be a Pokemon encounter, you'd see the next one, you get it. And if you could keep the chain alive, it would keep increasing your chances almost exponentially to find shinies, right? Now, what's the longest you've ever worked towards something? Whether it be for finding a collectible, buying a gadget, or that maybe waiting for the last slice of pizza, that you really like feel proud of. Hey, by the way, I waited for this, or I worked for this, and I was able to obtain it.
The longest? Mm-hmm. Well, everybody knows I'm the most impatient person in the world, so I don't really know what the longest I've waited or worked for something. I mean, I work for something every day, and waiting. I really don't know.
It's not a trait that's actually really in an IT guy's handbook. Like, we sit down. Look, we'll notice if your computer's slow. Mm-hmm. So patience isn't really a thing. We get better at displaying what people take as patience. Is really just us not getting angry about frustration. But yeah, I would agree. Like, I don't know that there's a lot of things in my life that I've like, oh man, I gotta wait like significantly long or work significantly long time to get. Like, I've worked on a lot of projects, but I don't consider them like, oh man, like it took forever to do this. But
yeah, I can't say there's anything I've really worked or waited a while for, but
go ahead and try your soup.
All right.
And now this is a cold leek and potato soup.
Leek and potatoes.
Inspired by our Frost Yeti.
Well, for being some leaky potatoes, I can deal with that.
As long as you don't leak them down your face.
As long as you don't leak them all down. I really like that.
Yeah, that's good.
That pepper gives a nice little kick, too.
Mm-hmm. I could eat this, like, all day.
Uh-huh.
It's not quite like the fiery pasta last week.
No. No cinnamon anywhere. I can deal with that.
Oh, the onion's good in here.
I love the extra oniony. Mm-hmm. They are some oniony onions.
Yeah. The leeks had their own taste, but the little chive onion on top is very good.
If there's any vampires around here, I'd be chasing them off with these onions and garlicky kind of taste. All right, I can deal with that. So, ready for our final?
I am.
All right, final coming up. We have a blackberry marshmallow inspired Drifloon. It's an adorable little balloon Pokemon. Oh, marshmallow! Yay!
It's your favorite. I had to make sure there was at least a food that you enjoyed.
Yep, so the Drifloon tries to float away with kids. Bon appetit.
Right.
I know, look at it. Looks like he would float away and take something.
He's going to fly away with you. I think I'm just going to pick it up. I debated if I was going to use the spoon, but I think I'm just going to pick him up and eat him. You got to pick him off the plate.
You do. My little Drifloon is not drifting.
I'm with you. I'm not really a big fan of marshmallow, but the added flavor in here, I think it's the lemon that actually gets you.
Well, sticking with the radar, if you have a radar that could find anything, what would you hope to find first?
Well, I would have loved to find yesterday's Powerball numbers, but no, with kids, it's always a search for the TV remotes. Or just like random small objects that you would think would be easy to keep track of in your house, that they always seem to walk off. So literally I could make use of a radar system all the time. I mean, I even find my own daily piece of just, I'll set an object there and it's just at the back of your mind where you put it down, can't find it. So
I would second that.
Have a device.
I've worked with you longer to know that. Not joking.
Wherever you find those scissors, you let me know.
They've still been missing for 6 months now, but they're in a safe place.
Just one more piece for fun. Sinnoh, of course, introduced a lot of just different evolution methods from all the previous games. One might be, hey, if this Pokemon was holding this specific item at this specific location, at this specific time of day, they would evolve.
Okay.
What is something you would like to gain from like an evolution, right? If you had to do something like, say, eat 100 marshmallows, what's your superpower you're gaining? Or if you were walking backwards for a mile, what are you gaining and what would you like to see as an evolution for yourself?
Evolution for myself. Marshmallows and cinnamon are not in my evolution. I'll go ahead and throw that out there for anybody questioning that. Ooh. These are great questions.
You eat 100 marshmallows, you become like 10,000 times smarter. You walk backwards and suddenly you're the fastest man alive.
I was going to say, I absolutely love potato chips, but I don't like to gain from that. I can eat potato chips all day long.
I eat a truckload of potato chips and suddenly I'm super fast.
Except I'd be super slow after that.
Imagine the weight gain off of that one.
I'd say the peanut M&M's, something I could eat a whole bunch of, but that just makes me really tired as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could at a time eat a lot of peanut M&M's, but not anymore.
There's nothing I can eat a lot of more to gain. I don't have a good one for that one either. I'm doing terrible at this game.
Your evolution is we're going to just push you down. You're going to roll down a hill, and when you get down to the bottom, you'll be indestructible.
I can roll. I can trip, fall, and roll a lot.
We're going to try this.
Okay.
Great. And that's Sinnoh. Creepy ghosts, some snowy monsters, ghost balloons that will haunt your dreams forever. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next region.